Before I get started, I want to wish everybody a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a fun time on the holidays, spend time with your family and your friends, and of course, eat some good food. Now, Dragon Ball Super episode 72 is in the books. It was a wild episode for this hit arc. That's the end of this mini little hit arc. Now we know last week's episode ended off with Hit supposedly killing Goku and Goku firing a ki blast into the air. Now, the way this episode starts off was pretty dark, man. Like Goku's laying on the ground, eyes open. There's like a black haze or glaze covering his eyes. Like it was really creepy. Gohan and Goten and Piccolo are all freaking out. Piccolo's trying to. It's like when the doctor has those shock pads. He's trying to shock you back to life. He's trying to shock Goku back to life. Nothing's working. Everybody's freaking out. It's been like 15 seconds of them trying to shock him. And all of a sudden, this ki blast comes from the sky and hits Goku's body. And he comes back to life. Now, I don't think we've ever seen this particular thing in Dragon Ball where if you blast a corpse or a dead body that's just recently died in action, where it just comes back to life. But nevertheless, Goku revives himself. Props to Goku. But he stands up. Everyone's asking him about what's going on. He explains that there's this hit guy, and basically he knows Hit's still there. So he's basically calling for Hit. And all of a sudden we hear Hit talking, but everybody's sensing for him and they can't sense him. So then after Goku tells Piccolo, Goten, and Gohan to back off, he needs to do this alone. Goku and Hit fly off to a different location and start almost sparring. They were training. It was like Hit was showing him his techniques, allowing Goku to grasp what was going on. And then they move to a different location. Same thing, a different location. Now they're in the forest, and more of this is happening. It's more training going on. It was almost like the Beerus and Goku fight in Battle of Gods, where he's training him. Where Piccolo said the way this fight is progressing, it's like a training session, and that's really how this hit me. It seems like if this was training, this is getting Goku used to the level of fights he's going to be seeing at the next tournament in the new arc coming February 5th. Now, Hit's showing all these new techniques. Probably going to have a new video breaking down soon all of these techniques after I rewatch the video later this week. But the way the Hit and Goku fight progressed reminded me a lot of the Beerus fight. It was a training session. It was getting Goku used to and getting him exposure to the level of fight, so the level he needs to be at. He needs to take this seriously. Now, during the course of the fight, we see Vados and Champa, and Vados is explaining to Champa that basically the depths of Hit's power, and Champa can't comprehend it. He can't understand it. He's just completely blown away by what Hit can do. And then the fight progresses. It keeps progressing, and there's a scene on Beerus's planet where it shows Vegeta training. Now, in last episode, we found out that Goku has a 100 rep training session where he goes 100 rounds with Whis, and we see Vegeta trying to get out of that. He offers him steak and all this stuff, but then that's just a little cool, little funny scene. But then Goku and Hit are fighting, and Vegeta, Beerus, and Whis zap in, and Goku completely stops fighting. He's like, "How long have you been here?" And then Beerus says, "Well, we're not the only ones here." And they look over, and there's Vados and Champa. So then, now there was a lot of speculation that Beerus might kill Hit. We saw in the final frames of last week's episode's preview, a little final frame of Beerus, and people thought that maybe he might be there to kill Hit because the upcoming tournament's coming up, and Goku's our fighter. And there were speculations that Whis contacted Vados to hire Hit for some sort of special training. Well, after the fight ends, because Beerus says, "Hurry up and finish the fight," kind of like when Goku fought Frieza, and he showed up, and everyone was worried if he's going to intervene. He's like, "Oh, I don't even care. Just finish your fight." So after the fight, Vegeta was like, "What is going on, Kakarot?" He leans over him, "What's going on?" And basically, we found out that the real client Vados is acting upon is Goku. Goku hired Hit contacted Vados to hire Hit to kill him for training. So this is clearly training for Goku for the new arc. Now, the next episode preview, we see Gohan working on a movie. Now it's just going to be another filler episode. I've done a video on this. You can check my channel for that video. But basically, Gohan's doing a movie as the Great Saiyaman and Mr. Satan's in the movie, and they're battling and they're squaring off. So that'll be a fun little episode. But a recap: Goku and Hit fight was crazy. The shit I seen from Hit, man, he reminds me of Cell. Like the way his character was introduced, the way his character design is, he reminds me of Cell. It's crazy. I wish this arc was longer. Now, there are some things I can say that bugged me about this episode. The animation was a little off. I thought it felt rushed. I wish this arc was longer, like I just said. If they would have stretched this episode out, maybe 2 more episodes, at least 1 more episode, I could have lived with that. I really would have liked that. Instead of doing this Gohan movie shit, they should continue this arc going. Um, yeah, man, it was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm going to rewatch it later this week. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Fields Bros, and have a Merry Christmas.